I mean, look, there's absolutely nothing that Donald Trump can do, it would appear, to get people to back off when it comes to the Epstein mess. Because as we know, that was a large part of his campaign. And also, there's a huge wing of the right in this country that is very focused on QAnon conspiracies. But just even outside of that, the Epstein fiasco really is a big deal. I mean, he is, the king and emperor of child, sex trafficking, and which is about as bad as it gets, which is about as low as it could possibly get. And um, he was obviously involved in a lot of high level intelligence, and he had dirt on pretty much everybody. So this is a big deal, in fact. And Donald Trump's trying to skate it off and doing absolutely everything that he can. One of thing of which the other day posting some video of Obama getting arrested because he told his supporters that if you're still focused on this and talking about this at all, it's because you're a bad person, and he doesn't want your support anymore. Who needs it? So now let's check out some of this video that he posted. No one is above the law with Obama.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I said.
I mean, see, like, and the thing about these types of antics, like this really worked, in the 2024 campaign, but even more, further back than that, this really worked when Trump first started coming onto the scene. This is a lot of what did it. This is a lot of what got him such the big fan base that he has. When he did the birther conspiracy before he even ran for president, and obviously the fan base that he built up from his apprentice days, and so on and so forth. But the birtherism conspiracy and him, just kind of making this buffoon of himself and owning the libs, really tapping into that culture, is what got him where he is. But now that he has completely failed to deliver on pretty much all the promises that he made, and people are really out here suffering. People are really out here struggling to make ends meet. Over half of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. We got trillions of dollars worth of debt pretty much everywhere you look, whether it's student loan debt or credit card debt, household debt. It just keeps on piling up because the cost of living won't stop rising, but people's wages stay put while the rich get richer. With this big, beautiful bill, the big bullshit bill that he just passed, and that wealth transfer to the wealthiest people in the country, along with almost $1 trillion in Medicaid cuts, which will have the deepest impacts on his base, people in rural areas, as hospitals and nursing homes and other types of clinics are shut down because they're losing access to the funding. $285 billion in cuts to SNAP, $157 billion increase to the military budget after he bombed Iran. The whole notion of him being anti-war has always been a load of bull, but this clearly is now. Now, his immigration enforcement is the only thing that he's been adhering to, but his numbers aren't really moving towards the mass deportation levels, although he just gave $30 billion additionally to ICE. They're looking to hire 10,000 new agents, and their hiring standards are going to be pretty low because you got to interview a lot of people for that position. So, they're pushing forward with that. But other than that, people, we basically just moving backwards from everything that he said he was going to do and would not touch. So this type of shit really is not cutting it, particularly around the Epstein issue, which is disgusting. Again, this is a man who trafficked children around the world, trafficked underage women around the world, and provided them in forms of service to the wealthy and the powerful. So no, man, like you can't post stuff like this and people forget it. This isn't funny anymore.
Young man, 'cause you're in a new town, there's no need to be unhappy. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your
And again, like what would we be throwing Obama in prison for in the first place? This coming from a man who had 91 felony uh charges, convicted on 34 of them. That coming from a man who's been a con artist and a thief his entire life, ripping people off. I mean, like what versus Obama? Like, what did he do to where you can be saying this? Obviously, this is a bunch of projection, but this is ridiculous. Like, Obama's irrelevant in the game now. I mean, this dude has not been president since 2016. What does he have to do with anything that your administration is doing? What does he have to do with any of this? And you're the one who won't release the files. But again, anything to distract. And it's not working. Like, this shit is stupid. Obama's not going to prison. So like what's really gonna come of that? And then here we have him warning that the Washington Commanders had better change their name back to the Washington Redskins, or else, because again, first and foremost, as if anybody gives a shit about this, but also this type of shit is not working anymore for him because he is. I mean, he's just obviously failing. You know what I mean? Like it's embarrassing. MAGA's embarrassing. It always has been embarrassing, but you don't have any type of wins that you can tout. And he just looks like a fool because that's what he is. So like, there ain't nobody laughing, bro. What did he say? Okay, this was in 2020. I'm gonna get back to hold on. Trump said the team. I'm trying to find wherever his tweet is because he said a bunch of shit. Okay, here we go. I may put a restriction on them that if they don't change the name back to the original Washington Redskins and get rid of the ridiculous moniker Washington Commanders, I won't make a deal for them to build a stadium in Washington, Trump said. The team would be much more valuable and the deal would be more exciting for everyone. Again, as if people really give a shit about this. If I can help them out, I would. Ultimately, the federal government controls that. And then he says, Cleveland should do the same with the Cleveland Indians. The owner of the Cleveland baseball team, Matt Dolan, who is very political, has lost 3 elections in a row because of that ridiculous name change. What he doesn't understand is that if he changed the name back to the Cleveland Indians, he might actually win an election. Indians are being treated very unfairly. Make Indians great again. MEGA. And again, like, this shit it's not funny no more. Like, people are tired of it. Especially when we have to think that we got 3.5 years left with your goofy ass. Like, I mean, what really is there more to say? There's really not any in-depth commentary to give about the Indian Redskins or whatever, and also the video that he posted with Obama. Like, what is there really to say about that other than this man is flailing and flopping and just trying to bullshit like he always has, but he's backed into a corner. And you literally told your base of supporters, people who went to jail for you, went to prison for you, I don't really want your support anymore if you don't let this go. Something as steep as the Epstein case. Nah, man, this shit ain't going away.
Hey now, thank you so much for tuning in here at Politics and Paper. If you like what I do and you support my work, go ahead and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it and really helps to support what we do here.